at least one of these a month if we can. We're going to cover different aspects of the Huron system, and if you can spread the word, if you're willing to empty your cup and maybe dig a little deeper into the art, we're going to try to cover different things. We're going to cover different things like Macabebe, maybe double stick. We'll do some Cadena de Mano workshops, but we're going to also delve outside of the art. And what that is we're going to try to we're going to incorporate some of the different things that we do outside of the art, like first aid. You know, we're trained in taking life or dishing out pain or hurting people, but we don't know how to heal. We don't know how to save life. And that's one of the primary tenets of Huron Esprit is to preserve life. And if you can't preserve life, then you don't have that balance as a warrior. So we're going to try to work with get some workshop. I'll try to get some professionals here. I'm looking to get a friend of mine who's a paramedic who sees those kind of injuries. I might even get a ER nurse to try to come in here. And what we're going to cover edged weapon attacks, on how the knife cuts and the different aspects of how a knife cuts and how to address those out in the field, how to triage it, how to stop bleeding. There's three kinds of bleeding. There's what is that? Scrapes, scrapes above the arm and abrasions. There's venous bleeding, like small veins in the arms. And there's arterial bleeding, which is like the femoral artery or the brachial artery, and how to stop that kind of bleeding. Because all of us I'm trained in first response. I work for the city of Stockton, so I'm trained in first response. I have CPR training. I have first aid training. So learning some of those things in the field and how to address them in the field is very important as a balanced warrior to not only take life, but to give life, but to save life. So that's a workshop we're working on trying to get. Like I said, I'll try to get a paramedic or an ER nurse or doctor in here so we can look at some of those different things. We'll look at blunt edge trauma. Because all of us, we use the sticks, and how to treat head injuries or bad bruising and stuff like that. So that's a workshop to work on trying to get done. Another thing we're going to try to do, we'll try to get a improvised weapon workshop where we take everyday things and we turn them into weapons, or try to turn everyday things into something else. We're taking something that's its intended use and using it as a weapon. And that opens up your eyes to different things, because we're not going to carry a stick in your back pocket to work, right? You're not going to carry a big ball on the side of your hip to the bar, the happy hour, right? So we learn how to do those different things and how to incorporate different items in everyday use that we have, from maybe a ballpoint pen to a scarf, a flexible weapon like a scarf or a shemagh or something like that, and how do we turn that into a weapon and how to use that. We have nothing to use, a garbage can lid or something, and how to incorporate that, and how to use your imagination, and how to turn everyday things into something else. Other things we might get into, we'll get into maybe double stick, we'll get into the largamano. We'll do a workshop on largamano. Another thing we can get into, we can do urban survival.